Dawah, the practice or policy of conveying the message of Islam to Muslims and non-Muslims. But how important is da'wah? Well, firstly, da'wah is the job of every single prophet that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent. From Prophet Adam all the way to Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon them all. And without this noble job and the noble efforts of these prophets, we would not have been able to receive the message of Islam. But even on an individual level, da'wah is extremely important to every single one of us. In Surah Al-Asr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, surely humanity is in grave loss, except those who believe and have faith, do good, and urge each other to the truth, and urge each other with perseverance. And urging one another to the truth, like forbidding what is evil and joining what is good, this is da'wah in its essence. And the importance of da'wah doesn't stop there, because if you are from the people who give da'wah and enjoin what is good and forbid what is evil, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that you will be from those who are successful. In Surah Al-Imran verse 104, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
وَلْتَكُن مِّنكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون.
Okay, now I have a question for you guys. Is da'wah fard or is it something that is mustahab? I'll give you some time to answer. The correct answer is that da'wah is fard. Well, when we look at the evidence from the Quran and the evidence from the Sunnah, it becomes very apparent that da'wah is fard. Because if da'wah wasn't obligatory, then no one would really receive the message of Islam. People have to give da'wah so the truth can spread. But actually in Islam, we have two types of fard. Fardu kifaya and fardu ayn. Fardu kifaya means a communal obligation. For example, the adhan, this is an example of something which is fardu kifaya. When the time of salah comes, the adhan must be given. But everyone is not required to say the adhan. If one person does it, it suffices for the rest. This is fardu kifaya. Fardu ayn is an individual obligation. Something like praying fajr. Everybody needs to pray fajr. You guys get the gist of it. So since we're talking about da'wah, is da'wah fardu ayn or fardu kifaya? The answer is that there is a huge difference of opinion between the scholars. Some scholars say it's fardu ayn and some scholars say it's fardu kifaya. Now what seems to be the more correct opinion is that da'wah is fardu kifaya. However, and I want you to put under that however 3,000 lines. All the scholars of Islam have come to an agreement that da'wah becomes fardu ayn on every single individual in 4 cases. The first case is when evil is prevalent and you have knowledge about something being haram. For example, if you're in the car with your friends and they're playing some tunes and you're the only person who knows that music is haram in that car, it becomes obligatory on you to forbid that evil. The second case is when you're the only one who has the ability to forbid the evil. For example, if you're a parent and you have a child who's not praying, it is obligatory upon you to tell that child to go pray. And it would be sinful to tell one of his siblings and give them the responsibility of telling that child to go pray, because chances are he won't listen to them. The third case is when you're appointed by the government to forbid evil and enjoin what is good. For example, let's say you're a sheikh or an imam, the government gives you the responsibility to give da'wah, therefore it's obligatory. And the fourth and last case is the reason I made this entire video, so please pay attention. Sheikh Abdul Aziz bin Baz rahimahullah ta'ala said, when the number of people of da'wah are few and haram is widespread and ignorance prevails, like in our present time, da'wah becomes fardu ayn on every single Muslim according to his ability and his knowledge. Now what's absolutely crazy about the statement is that Sheikh Abdul Aziz bin Baz passed away a long time ago, and he said that in his time it was obligatory. Imagine what he would say about today's times. So da'wah is obligatory on you, on me, on every single person. You have a responsibility before Allah Azza wa Jal to give da'wah to your friends and family and everyone around you. But how are you supposed to give da'wah? Well, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran gives us an extremely detailed answer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
ادع إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن.
Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah in the tafsir of this ayah, he said, فَالْمُسْتَجِيبُ الْقَابِلُ الذَّكِيُّ يُدْعَى إِلَى اللَّهِ بِالْحِكْمَةِ. The one who is smart and responds to the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should be given da'wah ta'ala using wisdom. وَالْقَابِلُ الَّذِي لَدَيْهِ نَوْعٌ مِنَ التَّرَدُّدِ يُدْعَى إِلَى اللَّهِ بِالْمَوْعِظَةِ. And the one who also accepts the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala but has a little bit of hesitation should be given da'wah using maw'idha. And maw'idha is done by using reminders of Jannah, of Jahannam, of the love and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Basically motivational reminders. وَالْجَاحِدُ يُدْعَى بِالْجِدَالِ بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ. The one who is rude and rejects a lot of parts of the deen should be debated with in a respectful way. Now, something very important about da'wah is that da'wah doesn't necessarily mean for me to go to speaker's corner and start debating with people. And it also doesn't mean for me to put on a thobe and wear a shimagh and a ghutra and sit down on a table with a chair and get a microphone and start speaking to the people. Not at all. Even though these are forms of da'wah, what can you and I do? Well, to begin with, work on your manners. Your behavior and the way you conduct yourself, especially when dealing with non-Muslims, leaves a lasting effect. And it's one of the best ways to give da'wah because it's completely indirect. If non-Muslims are always seeing that Muslims are so disciplined, they take care of their prayers, they have a relationship with God, they're all strong, they smell good, they dress nice, they get a really good impression. And because of that, they may want to research Islam even further. Khabib, the MMA fighter, even though I don't condone MMA, I don't think you should watch it, but he said a beautiful quote that should genuinely be written in gold. He said, non-Muslims don't read the Quran, they don't read the Hadith, they read you. Another thing that's extremely important when it comes to da'wah is don't only focus on forbidding the evil. That's definitely a part of da'wah, but also work on enjoying the good. Yes, it's important for you to tell your family that music is haram and birthdays are haram and stuff like that, but at the same time, make sure you're also enjoying what is good. When you're sitting at the dinner table with your family, tell them a dua that is mentioned in the sunnah that they can benefit from. Remind them to say Bismillah before they eat. Small things like that, they really do affect the way people perceive you and the way they accept your da'wah later on. You must get a liking to people before you start giving serious da'wah. And also, don't underestimate the effect of social media. It has never been easier to give da'wah. Post something of a scholar or a student of knowledge saying something beneficial to help the people. And remember, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, الدال على الخير كفاعله. The one who leads to good gets the reward of the one who has done that good. So you keep getting rewards for that. And that's it for this video, inshallah. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and share this video with others if you think it's beneficial. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.